Hey, what's up guys, it's Agent Juicy and today I'm back again to show you a video on an unboxing of the Moto G4 Plus. That's the 2016 version of this device, and in case you can't see this, there's a little tab that says Lenovo's designing and building this since they acquired the company. So what we will be looking at basically is the unboxing of this device, and you get to share the experience of me maybe setting it up and all that good stuff. So as you can see at the back, it says 5.5 inches of a 1080p display, an octa-core processor, laser autofocus system, and 4G LTE. The laser autofocus system is something new to this mid-range to low-end budget devices, and I'd love to see how this works, because one of the biggest, I wouldn't say flaws, but one of the weak points of the Moto G lineup was that the camera wasn't spectacular. Some people may say differently, but for me, I personally think that it could have been slightly better. So I'm just gonna shut up with all the rambling and just cut this open, because you guys just want to see the phone, right? You can see it folds open like a little book, pretty cool. And you have that phone. Oh, it's really soft touch. It's definitely plastic for sure, you know that. And as you can see on the front of the device, we have something that's written laser turbo power charging, so you'll be able to quick charge this device. Hopefully they include quick charging port and a plug for it. There's a Fingerprint Scanner 8-core processor, and in case you're wondering, it's a Snapdragon 617, and we'll talk about that later. 5.5-inch 1080p display, and it does support micro SD. We'll show you how they set all of those things, and they have like a really interesting and smooth quick start guide. You just remove the back cover. The battery is non-removable, and it has the SIM card slot and a micro SD slot. One quick thing to note: if you're in a developing country, you will be able to get this phone with a dual SIM card slot. One's going to be a nano and one's going to be micro. This is a quick charging plug. Quite a big and hefty piece of equipment, and we'll definitely put that through the review. A simple micro USB. We have some quick started guides. You have it in French because we're in Canada. You also have it in English, and you have the safety and regulatory information. Probably no one's going to read that, but I do suggest you go through the book, because the Moto G lineup is quite interesting. So currently there's only two colors that I know exist, a white and a black, and this is the black and silver version. In the custom or the Moto G maker, you will be able to customize some of the accents in the back door color. So guys, let's get started with the specs and the technical specs. I'm gonna go through them really fast. It's an octa-core or 8-core Snapdragon 617 processor. And in case you're wondering about the clock speed, it's at 1.5 gigahertz with 2 gigabytes of RAM. There is a 3 gigabyte option. In Canada, you're only going to get 2 gigabytes, and most places in the US, they're only going to support us with 2 gigabyte. For a 5.5 inch device, you'd expect it to be really heavy and sort of disgustingly wide, but it's not that at all. I could easily reach around this device. So the device is 5.5 inches, and that's a 1080p display. That's about 401 pixels per inch. That's not a bad PPI ratio. Battery on this is a 3,000 milliampere hour battery. That should be more than sufficient to get you through your day. Now, as we said, the back door is removable. This allows us to gain access to the micro SD card slot and the micro SIM slot. They gave you a SIM card tray, and in the SIM card tray, it allows you to use a nano SIM. You put the nano SIM card into the micro SIM card adapter, and all you have to do is just slide that sucker in, and there you go. Removing the SIM card like that. Easy peasy, baby. Easy peasy. And if you want to know how to install the micro SD card, it's just simple. Get your micro SD card, slide it in all the way. You won't hear a click, it just slides in, and that's it. Put back in your back cover, make sure you seal it, because remember, if you don't seal this device properly, that nano water resistant spray is not going to work. Since we're at the back of the device, let's talk about the camera. At the very top, you'll see these two little dots are basically the laser autofocus system. Next to it is a 16 megapixel rear facing camera with f 2.0, so you should be able to get some really bokeh-licious shots. With a two-tone LED, the battery for this device is sealed in. You can't get it out. At the front of the device, you have that single front-facing speaker. It's not stereo. It should be able to give you really good quality. And you have a 5-megapixel wide-angle camera at f2.2. which should be able to give you some pretty good photos. One thing to do know about the software for the cameras, they only capture 1080p at the front and at the back. There is no 4K. Now, one of the most amazing things with these budget phones or these mid-tier devices is the ability to use a fingerprint scanner. This is for the first time that I've seen this on a low-end or a budget device. At the top of the device has a 3.5mm headphone jack. The top of the device also looks crazy similar to the Nexus 6 from 2014, in case you guys don't see it. Look at that. That slope, that wave, oh, almost identical. At the bottom of the device, we have the micro USB, which is going to be using for charging the device and syncing information. On the right of it, you have this little notch, and that's going to be used for opening the back door of this device. Remember, you're only opening the back door to gain access to the micro SIM card slot and a micro SD slot. Design-wise, at the back, we have a simple little dimple for the Motorola logo, and fun little tip or something for you guys to remember is this little dimple was initially put there by Motorola so they would add a fingerprint sensor to their first Moto X. You also have a little mic next to the camera, and at the front of the device you also have another mic for your voice. On the right hand side of the device there's absolutely no ports or openings. There's just this thin little C. On the right hand side of the device you have the power button with these little grazed or ridges that feels really nice, so you could differentiate it from the power rocker. So this is the volume up, volume down. It's a nice firm click. You got to really press into it to make sure you're hitting the button. It's a bit small for my liking though. So as always, I'm going to be doing a review on this phone, so if you do have questions about it, please sure to ask me and I will let you guys know. Maybe I'll make even a few videos, a series of the Moto G 2016, and if you guys love it, I'll make some more videos. So be sure to like and subscribe. Now let's get this device set up. About 5 minutes it took to set up the phone, and there we go. We're finally in the home screen. So firstly, the color saturation and the look of it, it's a very well lit and bright panel. The whites are a little on the warm side, so that's something to note. And let's see how much clutter we have in here. Oh, look, they included FM radio. That's awesome. And that's pretty much it. It's very close to stock Android. Actually, it is almost 100% stock Android that I'm looking at. And in case you're wondering what OS it ships with Android M or Android 6.0. While we're in here and we're already getting set up, we're gonna allow this and we're gonna check the camera to see how it works and how sharp it is. It also allows you to scan for barcodes. That's pretty cool. Let's test out the laser autofocusing system. You know what? I'm looking at my PlayStation 4 there. I recently got it about a couple days ago, and honestly it's like black on black, and the autofocus to get autofocus on a pure black object is really difficult. So yeah, it's pretty sharp, and I'll include some of these samples. You know what, the shutter, there's zero shutter lag. That's a quick fast-paced shutter. I'm not paid or sponsored by Energizer batteries, so let's put that in frame. And you could adjust the background exposure, or you could dim it to wherever you like. I like it right here because you get a lot of detail. I'll post that up in the video section for you. HDR mode, simple layout, very, 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 very clean UI. Gotta say, Motorola, damn. You got some simple locations and settings. You can adjust the sound, where to store it, quick capture, the photo size that you want, and you know what? I want full 16 megapixels. I don't want 12 megapixel shots. And as you can see, video at the rear, like I said before, only up to 1080p. Same applies to the front-facing camera. You do get slow motion at the rear-facing camera at 120 FPS. So guys, this has been my unboxing and walk through slash setup of the Moto G 2016 or the G4 Play. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Be sure to hit the like button, subscribe. Like I said, if you have a question, ask me. You will get the answer either in the comment section or a dedicated video. Secondly, the review should be up in less than 7 days because I know a lot of people would want this device. So I'll put my time to get a really good review, either written or a super short video for you guys to look at, and a full-on review as well. I will be making how-to videos on this, so that's pretty much it. My camera battery's gonna die, so I'll see you in the next one. Laters!